Arsenal's goal in the Premier League for the past 3 seasons has always been to aim for the championship. But whenever they become a rival to Pep Guardiola's Man City, they become an unbeatable opponent, especially in the second half of the season. This year is different. For the first time since moving to England to manage, Pep has known the smell of defeat. 1 win, 2 draws, and 8 losses. If this weren't Pep, there would have been a sacking 100%. While City's plight should have been a joy for Arsenal, they unexpectedly stalled at the peak of the season. A streak of 4 consecutive wins was halted with recent draws against Fulham and Everton. Meanwhile, Liverpool and Chelsea are emerging as contenders in the battle for the throne. There's no sign that Mikel Arteta's team will have a similar winning streak to grasp their destiny and unlock the secrets ahead. The question is, why is this happening? Looking at Arsenal's 2 consecutive draws against Fulham and Everton in the Premier League, it's clear there are problems in their style of play. Despite controlling the game, possessing the ball more, and maintaining constant pressure, Arteta's army couldn't find solutions against their opponents' disciplined defenses. All 3 goals in their last 3 matches came from set pieces, showing Arsenal's struggles in creating chances from open play. It's noteworthy that when facing weaker teams, Arsenal lacked the necessary sharpness to finish the match. However, this doesn't appear in the Champions League. When facing European teams, Arsenal play confidently and freely. A prime example is the match against Monaco, where Arteta's players created a series of chances and scored 3 goals from open play. Another question arises: why does Arsenal play so well in the Champions League but struggle in the Premier League? The answer lies in the fact that Premier League teams understand Arsenal too well. They have carefully studied their playing style and found ways to minimize the Gunners' strengths. Arsenal legend Thierry Henry pointed out this problem on television, stating they are very predictable. Teams know that if they stop Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard, they will control Arsenal's entire game. Henry emphasized Arsenal's over-reliance on the right wing, where Saka and Odegaard frequently combine to create dangerous attacks. But when opponents focus on defending and locking down this flank, Arsenal have almost no other effective attacking options. This stems from the lack of flexibility in their play and Arteta's personnel usage. Arsenal still maintains the inverted fullback tactic with Zinchenko moving into midfield, a strategy that was very effective when Granit Xhaka played as the number 8. However, after Xhaka's departure, Arteta hasn't found a worthy replacement or adjusted the tactics to suit the new personnel. Sticking too rigidly to the old system has made Arsenal predictable and less effective. Personnel issues in the attack are also a difficult problem. While Gabriel Jesus is energetic, moves flexibly, and connects well with his teammates, he is not a striker known for sharp finishing. In stalemates, when the team needs a forward who can change the game with a decisive finish, Jesus often fails to meet expectations. Kai Havertz, who has been tested in the false 9 role, has also not shown consistency. He has a good scoring instinct, but when given time to think, Havertz often makes wrong decisions. These problems are exacerbated by Arsenal's lack of quality backup options on the bench. Liverpool and Chelsea have players who can come on and make a difference, but Arsenal don't. If the opponent shuts down Saka, Arsenal loses their most potent attacking threat. Martinelli on the left wing is a fast and skillful player, but he often lacks connection with teammates and the ability to make the right decisions in crucial moments. Liverpool legend Jamie Carragher also criticized Arsenal, saying the team lacks creativity and dynamism. They don't look like creating danger at all. That's why they struggle against teams that defend deep. Carragher points out that Arsenal need to find solutions to break down dense defenses instead of relying solely on set pieces. Mentality is also a big problem for Arsenal. While Liverpool and now Chelsea always enter the game with a winning spirit and high determination, Arsenal sometimes lack urgency, especially against weaker teams. This was evident in the draw against Everton, where Arsenal dominated possession but didn't create enough pressure to penetrate the opponent's defense. Thierry Henry highlighted this, saying, "If you want to win the title, you have to find solutions. You can't just try not to lose." So, what does Arsenal need to do to change the current situation? Many solutions have been proposed, but with Arteta's personality, fans can't expect much. First, Arteta needs to be more flexible in his tactical approach. The inverted fullback system is no longer as effective as before and needs adjustments. Using Tierney at his natural left-back position and playing Timber or Tomiyasu on the right could be a reasonable solution, helping Arsenal balance attack and defense, especially with Ben White sidelined. Second, Arteta needs to reduce reliance on Saka and Odegaard. Players like Martinelli, Havertz, or Trossard should be encouraged to contribute more to creating chances and scoring. Simultaneously, signing a true striker is essential. A player like Vlahovic or Osimhen would provide Arsenal with a top-class finisher for difficult situations. Besides that, Arsenal needs to improve their decision-making in the final third. Lack of precision and sharpness in finishing has cost the team dearly. This requires more focus and determination from the players and adjustments in Arteta's approach to matches. Actually, Arsenal's and Man City's stories are still very different. While City is in a real crisis with the one player carrying a $2 billion squad problem, Arsenal has recently dropped points regularly but at least hasn't lost. Third place in the standings, 6 points behind the leaders, with Liverpool and Chelsea bound to have openings for the Gunners to surge at the right moment. The problem is that to compete for the title, draws, especially against mediocre opponents, are unacceptable. For so many seasons, Arsenal has remained loyal to this core group of players. The philosophy has been partly revised to adapt to the intensity of continuous matches. Arsenal could entirely defend, transforming into a Mourinho-esque team, incredibly difficult to play against. But their problem now is attacking capability. If Saka or Odegaard don't shine, it will have to be set pieces. Otherwise, it's very difficult. Despite the recent stall, Arsenal still has time to change and return to the title race. This is the time for Arteta to prove his mettle and adaptability. After 5 years in this project, Arsenal has made significant progress. But if they continue to stagnate, history will hardly remember him as a brilliant coach. It's also hard to know if Arteta wants to reinvent himself or continue to be loyal to these players. This style of play, and hope for good results. Just hope his belief is well-founded, as the players have never been discouraged in a battle they've lost twice before. The Premier League title race is always fierce and demands near absolute perfection. Liverpool and Chelsea have shown they can adapt and change to maintain their position. And now it's time for Arsenal to do the same. Otherwise, the Gunners' dream of returning to the top might remain distant.